back at the 36.
Down by Malik Harrison. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
56, Mike, 56, right there,
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
48-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins. Jackson options out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Second and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
56 Mike.
On third down, Burrow. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Now Burrow on first down. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That's another.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
At the 33-yard.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And Burrow going to throw again. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
37.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
22-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10 zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wood.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
He's going to keep it again. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Ravens He's ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson now. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2
yards. And the Raven first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Right there, 56. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
It's a pickup.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Oh, yeah, pump.
Burrow will throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Here's Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slap, watch the slap. Check, check. 40's Mike, 40's a Mike, 40's a Mike. Right here, right here. 40's Mike, 40's Mike. Street. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. I know he ain't got it.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move them.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here we go again. Here we go. 50-50. Mike 50. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
This time, Burrow will look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Throw left side, complete. It's Freeman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
7-yard line.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Stepping up, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has stuttered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Marquise Brown. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And, a crutch and a loose football. And some room to work. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Ravens 13. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Check 55.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 37 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
This time Jackson will throw it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5.
19. Bengals 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So the final seconds tick away.